Okay, problem number 2 on the test review for statistics says to construct a histogram to display the circumferences of the pumpkins in the Jeffers family pumpkin crop. The data are 22.1, 35.6, and so on. All of these are the data points. And you're supposed to use the interval 10 is less than or equal to x is less than 20 as the first interval. So this may be unfamiliar language. We didn't really talk about that. So if you don't remember that from middle school, the main thing this means is remember x is always the variable on the horizontal axis. And they're saying that basically they want the bin, the first bin, to go from 10 to 20 in the histogram, right? So then that means that we should make each bin 10, right? So whatever the first bar is going to be, it's going to be between start at 10 and go all the way up to 20, but not including, and then start at 20 and go up to 30. So those are our categories, right? 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and let's see, it looks like we have some that are bigger than 40, so we better go 40 to 50. I don't see any bigger than 50, so it looks like we're going to have 4 categories. And these are circumferences, right? That's what these numbers mean, the circumferences of the pumpkins. And then we're making a frequency. So you need to make a frequency chart before you can really figure out how to make the histogram. We need to count up how many there are. So this 22.1 is going to go in here. I'm just going to do tallies so I can go in order. 35.6 is here. 15.8 will be in this bin. 36.9 here. 40 goes in this bin because remember, if it's the lower end, it's here. So 40 does not go in this bin. It starts here. That's why this has a less than or equal to symbol. Okay, 28.5 here. 38.6. Or sorry, 38.4, 20.4, 25.8 in the second bin, 34.1 in the third, 39.9 in the third, 42.2 in the fourth, 24.3 first. Oh no, 24.3. Ha, that's not in the first, that's in the second. And 22.7 is also in the second. So yeah, I have to be careful. 19.8 is the third one in the first bin, 27.9 in the second, 22.2 in the second, 34.3 in the third, 40.4 in the fourth, 20.6 second bin, 38.2 in the third, and 18.1 in the first. Okay, so I now know that this part of the histogram should be 4 high, this should be 9 high, this one's 7 high, and this 3 high. And to make a nice histogram, you want either graph paper or at least lined paper, okay? So that you can make sure that your heights are pretty regularly spaced. You want to label this, so remember this entire label, we need to make something, that's not a very good start to the graph. Let's start over. I know that I need to be able to go at least 9 high. So I need to make this, unless I want to count by 2s, and there's no real good reason to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we're going to go from 10 to 20. We're going to try to make this evenly spaced, right? 30, 40, 50. We need to label the x-axis, and the x-axis is circumference of pumpkins. And the y-axis is going to just go by ones. And for speed, I'll number every other one. And then the y-axis is going to be frequency. So we're talking about how high, how many times it happens. And the title of the histogram is Circumferences of Pumpkins in the Jeffyers Family Pumpkin Crop. So circumferences of pumpkins in Jeffyers family crop. And the last thing I forgot to do with the labels is we want to make sure we include units if we can, but actually it looks like the problem didn't include units. So that's not our fault. It's probably inches, but we're not for sure. It could be centimeters, so we're going to leave that alone. And now we want to take the data and we just want to make the graph. We know that this one's 4 high, so we'll draw this bar 4 high. We know 20 to 30 is 9 high. We know 30 to 40 is 7 high. And we know that 40 to 50 is 3 high. So that is the histogram that shows those circumferences. And the problem doesn't ask this, but if you notice, this is an approximately normal curve, which happens a decent amount in natural cases.